This might be too big, but it's better than it being too small, I think, so.
You missed it, but she smiled as soon as he said that. What do you think of that comment? Stupid freaking battery. Hopefully I don't have to redo the entire video. Oh. Please work. Voice, work.
Greg, and today I'm reviewing a video done by John. He has a YouTube channel, Obese.
The Beast. The dude used to be morbidly obese, as in super fat. So fat that it was endangering his life. But he found a way to lose the weight. He lost 170 pounds and kept it off. So this guy obviously knows what he's talking about. He doesn't have amazing genetics. He has too many fat cells. He has too many hunger hormones. It allowed him to gain that much weight, okay? But he's been able to lose it and keep it off. So obviously he knows what he's doing.
This video isn't paid for by Greg. He didn't give me the cookbook. I bought it myself. So I picked out some things that I want to make. We're going to see how it goes.
So he decided to buy my cookbook because he's not a moron. And he made a video. He ate like Coach Greg for a day to see what's up. Okay, so I'm basically just gonna watch the video and comment as I go along. So me and Obese to Beast, we have something in common. That Abby girl, Abby Sharp, you guys know that woman, that dietitian that doesn't know anything about what she's talking about? Well, she actually reviewed Obese to Beast. That likely perhaps drew him to watching my channel.
In all the chaos, I made a video kind of saying what my opinions were. Now, there were some things in that video that were just wrong, and I was wrong, and I need to apologize because for me, I don't want to put things out that are wrong.
And unlike Abby Sharp, John, he doesn't like putting out misinformation, so he tried to clear up a few things. Not a big deal. Unlike Abby Sharp, who doesn't want to correct anything, even though the thousands, probably 5,000 people have written her that she's an idiot or a moron. She doesn't care. She doesn't want to get things right. She just wants more views for more views. She just wants more clout from Coach Greg's name. I don't know if it's helping her at all. It sure as hell is helping me, because all the idiots who are following Abby Sharp's channel, they're going to come and tune in to Coach Greg, because obviously he makes way more sense than Abby Sharp. If you haven't seen the trilogy, as it really could have been a full season of Netflix, because there's so much misinformation, then be sure to check those videos out.
So I picked out some things that I want to make. We're going to see how it goes, and yeah, but before that, it's a rest day today, so I'm going to go on a long walk, and we'll be back for breakfast.
So he just missed his first opportunity for muscle growth. Should have ate breakfast before doing all that cardio. 2 hours! No wonder he's keeping the weight off. Think of how many calories he's burning. Probably 800 or so. Anyway, let's get more into it.
I just want to make it very clear, I have not tried to cook any of these before this video. I kind of wanted this to be like an experiment of me trying to cook these things, because you guys know, if you watch my videos, your boy's not a chef. For me, the most important thing is convenience.
So it's kind of a good way to review the book, because he hasn't seen anything, doesn't know anything, and he's not a chef at all. He's kind of like me. I'm not a chef. I have to experiment with simple stuff that you can make at home. So let's see how he makes out.
For me, the most important thing is convenience, and then taste is after that. But convenience is always going to be first for me. So
okay, for a guy that's got to have convenience, he's cooking one flipping French toast at a time on a pan. One! I have 2 pans at the same time, and I cook 12 to 15 at a time, and I do it twice, and I keep it in the fridge. Then I have French toast for the week. Obese to Beast, I thought you had no time. 1 French toast, and then you cook another French toast, and then another one.
Normally I eat anywhere from 3,500 calories to 4,000 calories per day, and I'm kind of curious to see like how many calories I eat today.
You're thinking, how can he eat that much? Remember, he started his morning with a 2-hour walk. How many of you are walking 2 hours a day? He's burning it off. Calories in, calories out.
And I'm kind of curious to see like how many calories I eat today and still feel full, right? Like Will it take me 2,000 calories to feel full, or will at 3,000 calories I'll feel full? I'm kind of curious, so
we'll see how much he ends up eating on my diet to be full. Because if you eat like me, you're not eating 3,500 to 4,000 calories a day. You won't need that much food to be full.
I cannot find the exact like tortilla wrap that he uses, so I just bought this at my local grocery store. You'll notice that a few times some of the stuff that he says to put in, I couldn't find it, and I wasn't about to order things on Amazon for this.
I don't want to spend 5 minutes on Google to save a bunch of calories and make the meals perfect. So I'll just go to my local grocery store and pick a much more calorie-dense food item. Kind of defeats the purpose of the cookbook, trying to save you calories, trying to show you how to eat low-calorie dense foods. Okay? All parts of the world, you can order food online. And if you can't, you can usually substitute for something equivalent in calories. He chooses something way higher in calories, but guess what? There's no rules. You're allowed to adjust the cookbook to make it the way you like. If you want to waste 80, 90 extra calories on a wrap, be my guest. It's okay.
Now, I'm assuming he probably wants to use like chicken that you cook yourself.
No, you're assuming wrong.
But you guys know I'm lazy, so I'm gonna be using pre-cooked frozen chicken.
Most of the times that I make wraps, which is about 6 to 8 wraps a day right now, I'm eating Costco chicken slices that are pre-cooked or carved turkey from Costco. You can eat regular freaking packaged meat.
Pre-cooked frozen chicken because I'm a lazy piece of crap.
Doesn't make you a lazy piece of crap just because you buy cooked food from Costco. If you're into convenience, it makes sense to make it more convenient. Now, again, you could have cooked the 4 slices of French toast on the same pan at once and saved yourself 15 minutes this morning.
There's about 30 calories per serving, so I'm just gonna see a serving is 7 grams. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on there. I don't know how close that is to 7 grams.
Now, I do recommend you weigh out your food, unless you're really used to it and know how many calories are in things. Because you might say, hey, I'll put 10 grams of this on, and it ends up being 40. You might say, hey, 50 grams of that, you put on 200. Calories can add up real quick when you're not measuring. So please, at first, at least weigh stuff to start with, until you know what you're doing, and then you're free to do what you want.
And then he says the Walden Farms mustard, but I'm just gonna use regular mustard, because I don't have that, so.
I don't actually say Walden Farms mustard, but I did recommend that you use Walden Farms sauces. You can use geese sauces, barbecue sauces, low-calorie mustards, and so on. Whatever, and there's other condiments I recommended, but it's okay. We'll forgive him for that. So he tries to wrap it, and he doesn't even microwave it for a minute. I heat up my wraps all the time. I need my wraps warm. Now, I could eat it cold, but I like it warm. And when you microwave it, it actually makes things bendy. More bendy. The spinach kind of disintegrates into like a squishiness, and you can put more vegetables in there and be more full. So I suggest next time microwave for a minute and then wrap it up. Did I just say it and wrap it up? What is wrong with me?
That's what I heard.
That's what she heard. Did he hear me? Did he hear me?
What is this?
Apparently he can hear me. He's laughing his ass off over there. I'm not making this shit up. He's laughing.
The La Tortilla wrap that he uses is 120 calories. Now the wrap that I used, or the tortilla that I used, is 220. So I'm gonna add, so it's actually, this is gonna be 470 calories for this, which, it's still not that bad. For me, I can eat a lot of food, so I don't really mind that.
See, here's the difference. I eat 2 or 3 wraps. If I had his wraps, that would be 200 or 300 extra calories. And if I eat that twice a day, that's 400 to 600 calories more by eating like Obese Beast. Okay? If you eat like that, it could lead to obesity. You're at maintenance, you add 400 to 600 extra calories a day. That's about a pound of fat a week that you can gain just from that one change alone. So you can see, by me eating how I do versus just going to the store and buying any old wrap, that could cause a 1 pound fat gain per week. Small changes can make big differences. Okay, it says 6 p.m. Greg is gonna roast me. Okay, I'm reading it. Greg is gonna roast me. He must be doing something bad. We'll see.
Big staple in everyone that has the Greg Doucette cookbook, and that is apple goop.
Don't tell me messed up apple goop. So many people people messed up apple goop. I've already made a video showing you how to make apple goop. You gotta cook it longer than last time. Press start, go for a walk, and come back, it'll be done. You know that 2-hour walk you went on? Start, come back, it's done, you'll have apple goop.
This might be too big, but it's better than it being too small, I think, so.
You missed it, but she smiled as soon as he said that. What do you think of that comment?
Well, I don't want too big or too small, but like just the perfect size.
What would you prefer, too big or too small?
Oh,
Which is better?
One. I don't know, that's a tough one.
It's a tough one. Comment below, what's better, too big or too small? Which one would you prefer?
It says we're supposed to use guar gum, which, one, I've never heard of, and two, I could not find anywhere. So I'm gonna use xanthan gum. I hope that this is okay.
Yeah, you can use guar gum or xanthan gum, does the exact same thing. Also, you can use either of those in your protein ice cream, okay, people? There's a lot of substitutes, it's not rocket science. And a quick Google search, it'll be shipped to your door in 2 days if you have Amazon Prime. And no, I'm not sponsored by Amazon. So as he's pouring the xanthan gum water mixture, he's giving it a little bit of a, that's interesting. He reminds me of when Allie was watching me do the same thing. People have weird images in their head, which is probably why some of the nicknames that have come around from the apple goop as being apple something else.
I've had it in the microwave for 3 minutes now, and it's said like the apples are supposed to get soft, but they still feel pretty not soft.
Cook it longer than last time. I've actually started to think his chef abilities are kind of on the downswing here.
But I'm just gonna keep microwaving it until hopefully it starts to, I don't know, resemble soft apples more, I guess.
See, he's redeeming himself now. He's starting to sound like a smarter chef, okay? How do you think I invented this stuff? You think I read this on some forum? You think I saw some YouTube video when I made this 15 years ago? Nope. I cooked it, tried it, and was like, if I cook it longer, what'll happen? What if I put more xanthan gum? What if I put guar gum? What if I put more oatmeal, less oatmeal? I need to do it like this to make it the best tasting for the amount of calories to density that it's gonna offer, okay? Obviously, you can alter things. I made it the best for me. I made it so that I would like it the best. Now I just promote it to other people. But it's how I like it. You want more water, less water, more sugar, less sugar. Do what you need to do.
That's what it looks like. It looks like really thick oatmeal, I guess. Like,
it's actually looking pretty good. It's almost looking done to me.
the only thing I can assume, and fair enough, is that I didn't use guar gum and I used xanthan gum.
Nope, you just need to cook it longer than last time. It's not the xanthan gum or guar gum. I've used both.
And I also put some Walden Farms pancake syrup in it to make it a little bit more sweet.
Half the people write and say it's too sweet. So you gotta decide if you need it sweet or less sweet. I for sure don't need it more sweet. If it was any sweeter, I couldn't handle it.
It's not disgusting. I'm gonna eat it because I'm very hungry. But I definitely would like to maybe try this again. Maybe with guar gum, or maybe cut the apples smaller.
Yeah, it's not gross, but it could be better. That's a fail. Don't even bother making it again. I don't want you to eat stuff that's not gross. You gotta like it a little bit. I mean, let's be honest. There's so many other recipes. Just throw this one out and eat the rest. Okay, he's gonna make pizza next. Anabolic protein pizza. He's swapping out the wrap for a different kind because he doesn't want to bother ordering it or looking or spending any time. That's fine. And he's not using beef, he's using chicken. That's fine. There's so many different ways and you're allowed to put different toppings. It clearly says this in the book. Doesn't matter. He's gonna make it and hopefully he likes it. It doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter if you matter!
So, convenience is more important than taste, yet he sat there and made 4 French toast one at a time, and he's sauteing the vegetables on a pan before actually cooking the pizza. You think Coach Greg has time to saute vegetables? Never will I saute vegetables. I do not have time for that. I probably have less time than Obese to Beast. I am working 100 hours a week. Think I got time to saute vegetables? No, the recipes are simple. He's overcomplicating this. You don't have to spend that much time making this stuff.
Also, another little deviation from the actual recipe is I'm actually using vegan cheese. So this is from Follow Your Heart. This is the smoked Gouda. I'm assuming it's probably not going to melt very well because no vegan cheese melts really well.
Okay, you can use any cheese you want. He's using vegan cheese. I use a little protein square cheese, okay? The crap fat-free cheese slices. We don't have the fancy cheeses like you guys in the United States and other countries. I've even tried to order from the UK, but it wouldn't ship to Canada. Upsetting, but I do what I can. The protein squares, put it on the pizza after, because it will burn if you put it on soon. There's ways to do this. So I bake the pizza, and I take it out of the oven, and like 2 minutes before it's ready, cheese goes on back in the oven, and it's done, and it's perfect.
I would say that this is more of a Greg Doucette inspired dish more than it is a dish from the cookbook, because I kind of used the cookbook and made it my own.
I mean, that guy inspired pizza with sauteed vegetables.
Look, he just inspired my girlfriend. She made pizza circles and put sauteed mushrooms and onions on it. See? Inspired.
Yeah.
These are just regular circles from the grocery store, and she just threw it on. And what I tell her to do is put on the protein squares, because the cheese squares, they're protein cheese squares, whatever they call them. Protein squares. I call protein squares cheese because there's so much protein. Anyway, I tell her to put the cheese squares on it, melt it on it, and it makes it even more delicious. That's how I personally would eat them. But see, she's eating pizza.
The last thing we're going to be making today is one of these famous shakes that I've heard so much about when people talk about Greg Doucette's diet. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to add is our protein. A little bit more of this evil xanthan gum.
Whoa, 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 go easy on the xanthan gum, boy. Oh my goodness. Jeez, are you kidding me? What was that, a tablespoon? A little goes a long way, people. It's like a drug. Little bit can do a lot of damage. Careful with that stuff. Measure your portions. Measure it out. Be sure you're using the right amount. Also, he used a 1 cup measuring cup to put almond milk. And you're supposed to put like, what, a quarter of a cup? Maybe half a cup at the most. You had a full cup measuring cup. How are you measuring things properly? Now, I know there are no rules, but still, smarter to actually follow directions. So he's showing us what it looks like with a spoon and saying it's thick and no joke. Dude, all we need to see is the ice cream over the head. That's it. If you're nervous about it, you made it wrong. You go like this, it doesn't fall off, shake it around if you're brave, and then put it back down. It's not so scary.
This is the large, 520 calories, 71 grams of protein, which is, that's a lot of protein, but I honestly am not even sure if I'm going to be able to finish all of this.
He literally could not finish it all.
Now, I'm actually surprised. So I've only eaten 2,430 calories, which is significantly lower than what I normally eat.
2,400 and he's full. 2,400 and he couldn't finish the freaking shake. That's over 1,000 calorie deficit. That would result in 2 pounds of fat loss per week. And he's full and not hungry. Think the cookbook doesn't work? Not a chef, it's the first time following the cookbook, and even this guy couldn't eat the calories he's used to eating. He used to be 170 pounds overweight. He can't even eat the calories needed for maintenance on this diet. You think my diet doesn't work? You really doubt it? Try it, I dare you, double dare you. You know it's gonna work. Have any doubts? Ask Obese to Beast. Ask him. He's not making this shit up. He's not lying to you. He's not making up how many calories he ate. He couldn't eat the calories he's used to.
So that's technically what, like $1 a recipe. Do I think it's worth it to buy the cookbook? I would say that, I mean, I've looked through it and stuff, but I would say that if you could even find like 7-10 recipes that you really enjoy that you use every day, then I would say it's pretty worth it.
He's only made 5, and he's already found some that he can continue to make. And the guy is not a chef. He clearly didn't know what he was doing. And even he could make recipes that he can make from now on.
Because I'm probably the worst person to be reviewing a cookbook because I don't enjoy cooking. Like, I really don't like it.
No, he's actually a good person to be reviewing a cookbook because he doesn't like cooking. I don't like cooking. I'm not a chef either. I made it simple so that people could actually do it. People in the real world. Not freaking Gordon Ramsay apprentices. No, it's for simple people that don't have a lot of time. Oh, I don't have a lot of time to make that apple goop. It took 40 minutes. Start 40 minutes, go for a walk. It'll work. It's that simple.
Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There's one other thing that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, look how buff I am. Ugh.
And I like the end of the video. Look how buff I am. Brr. I was entertained by that. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IP Pro. Be sure to go to my website. Buy the cookbook. I also got a freaking training book that's awesome. You gotta buy that as well. Blue pinup videos. They're way over there out of the screen. Watch one of those. And until next time, I am out.